What's up, everybody? It's Thursday night, and it's a special Thursday night because this week, if you missed all the intro stuff, is Shark Week. That's right. I'm Josh Olive with Haven Comics here for the Haven Comics Quiz Show. So hit the like button, subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that already. I mean, come on, dude. Don't make us sick one of these guys on you. We have one, and his name is Alan Breedlove. So like the channel, subscribe to the channel while we play this video. So, like I said, Haven Comics, best comic book shop on Slaughter Road in Madison, Alabama. And I'm willing to stand by that. We'll defend our reputation against anybody. Speaking of things that are the best, Jeremy, my co-host, Jeremy Bernard of BernardRealty.com. Is it a .com? Do you have a .com?
No, I need
seems
to
like
get
a lost
one.
opportunity.
Yeah, now that you said that. I got my own website, but it's for writing. And it's so simple. I haven't touched it in forever. But you can go there if you want. That's jeremybernard.com. Yeah.
Just your name.com.
Yeah. Nobody knows all that stuff. But,
no, I've never gone, but now I feel like I should.
Yeah, that's too hot for me. So, Shark Week came out of a joke. I was talking to the guest. The guest, super fun guy. We've had him on before. Had to have him back because he, was a great guest. I was talking about, well, what do you want to talk about this time? And he said, I don't know, just give me shark questions. Joke's on him. Now it's Shark Week.
Yeah, we didn't intend to do it. We at first were like, there's no way, that's ridiculous. And then within 5 minutes or less, we already had like 24 questions. Like, we could ask this, or we could ask that. So yeah, that's your own fault. Guest.
Yes.
Indeed, that is your own fault. So how are you faring in these frigid temperatures, Jeremy? You don't have a lot of body fat.
I'm cold. So since my daughter was born, I've lost a little over 100 pounds, and I'm proud of it. I'm feeling great.
100 pounds.
A little over 100 pounds, yeah. And
100 pounds.
Yes, when my daughter.
I know
was
where
born,
it went.
Oh man. But one of the side effects of that nobody talks about. I am freaking cold all the time. I'm always cold. I used to be a polar bear, and I'd walk out in the frigid, middle of the night. Didn't matter. Now I gotta wear a sweater in the house.
Yeah, see, polar bears have insulation.
Yeah,
you just shed all of yours.
Oh man, but
they put that on purpose. They work at it.
Yeah.
Of course, they don't live in Alabama either.
They could move down here lately, right?
Well, I mean, they could come for a brief visit. I don't think they would care for the summers.
Yeah. In half the winters, I guess.
Right. I mean,
you never know.
You don't.
How are you
Let's
doing?
see who all we got over here in the chat so far tonight. I'm going to guess.
How are they doing?
The top comment is from Tots, and yes. Tots, hey you guys! Followed up quickly by our shark, Alan. How you doing, Alan? Good to see you, brother. We got a Doug on the show tonight. Check that out.
Right on.
Doug in the house. As Tots points out, sharks are natural predators of the majestic dolphin, no matter which half of the dolphin you want.
I always heard that was the other way around. I heard that dolphins beat up sharks.
In groups, they do. Yeah, they will attack the sharks and use those bottle noses to hit them in the gills until they're just bleeding or breathing in their own blood. It's pretty gross.
That is way more intense than I thought.
It's vicious. Yeah, don't mess with dolphins. We got Ryan in the house. How you doing, Ryan? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
He's here for the Canadian shark questions. Alan wants to know, how did you lose the weight?
Good old-fashioned diet and exercise.
Yeah, that's not going to work for me. and Ryan is as flabbergasted as me. I'm like, where did you have 100 extra pounds? Because I couldn't see it on you.
It was there. It was there.
The bottoms of your feet must have been really fat. Were
I
you
was there.
walking like on
feet.
Doctor? You had natural Dr. Scholl's. You were just walking on like. Is that what was going on?
I missed that too. I gotta get cushions for all my chairs now. Man,
I gotta get cushions for all my chairs.
you don't realize what you give up. Sometimes
Is it worth it? Is it worth it not having a butt?
Not every day, no. Oh man.
That's hilarious. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's see. What's he saying? In the house is the place to be. Yeah, that's true. It is windy, too, tonight. It's very windy. I had to just step outside a minute ago to throw some boxes in the trash can. It was like, okay, that's brisk.
Right.
That's brisk. Earlier, I was kind of making fun of my wife. She went out to the mailbox and she put on a hat and coat. And I thought, what is she doing? This is not Alaska. But when I went out to throw those boxes away, I thought, well, I get it. She's not packing the same amount of polar bear quality that I am. So, yeah, that's true. Oh, Alan's looking for specifics. This is Jeremy. You know, he made up some weird crap where he only eats, black olives and onions.
Oh, man.
Is that true? Is it black olives and onions?
I mean, not always. Some days. You gotta slip them in there. You gotta vary your diet. Sometimes it's black olives and onions. Sometimes it's a kernel or two of blue cheese. You just gotta
a kernel of blue cheese? It's not like it grows on ears like a corn. What do you think? A kernel of blue cheese?
I am randomly pulling words. Diet and exercise is so boring to talk about. I do a lot of dips, and I don't eat as much food. Don't eat a lot.
I do a lot of dips too, but they put calories on. It's really unfortunate. I mean, you put them on those chips. It's the way to go. I must be doing the wrong kind. You must be doing the low-fat dips or something.
I think we should bring our guest on to save me from this.
I think we should too. That's a good idea. Introducing the one, the only, Mr. Corbin Michael Delaney.
Corbin!
What's going on, guys?
Corbin!
I would like to know more about this diet.
You thought he would save you, Jeremy.
Yeah, I thought he would. If people want to get serious about this conversation, I use MyFitnessPal. It's a calorie tracker on my phone. It's a free app. I use that and I set a calorie goal. And over time it's changed, but I set a calorie goal that helps me, control what I'm eating. And then I just pay attention to it. At the end of the day, like what I was killing myself with before is I was like, oh yeah, there's food, I'll eat it. And now that I'm really paying attention and I'm really like breaking down what I'm actually eating, I just make smarter decisions.
So I actually lost weight doing the exact same thing, except that I like put it back on.
Yeah.
I lost it. I was like, I lost it. And then I just, was like, I can have an Oreo now.
Yeah.
And that kept going. And now I just put the weight back on. And, hey, it happens.
Well, it's easy to fall off the wagon, but you can do it again if you wanted to. Now you can.
Well, we'll see.
All right, I'm dying to know what's going on here because Nick has said, guess what? But he has not given us any. What? Nick, what? Don't leave us in suspense. What? I bet he just walked away. He's not even watching anymore.
No, I blocked him.
All right, now that's
so okay. So now
not
I'm blocked.
Cool, Nick.
Controlled your entire
not cool,
show.
Bro. That is not super duper.
Oh man. So Corbin, how do you feel about me turning your offhanded comment about sharks into an entire episode? How do you feel about that?
Man, I
personally attacked.
I don't feel like this is going to be a very good opportunity for me to show off my my skills as a trivia expert. So, which that skill's low to begin with. But yeah, this isn't gonna be good, man.
I believe in you.
Well, before we get started down that road, you guys want to see something pretty cool?
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess. Hang on a second. Nosh, how you doing, man? I hope it all was good climbing up the building and rappelling down through the elevator shaft to get here. We appreciate that. Zach. Oh. So replace happiness with carrots. Got it.
He's right. That's right. That's what it is. You just give up all happiness.
That sounds painful.
We're getting a lot of people popping on all of a sudden. So we got
yeah.
in there too.
Lord of the Rings RPG came in today. Awesome. I need to see that. Our pump. Yeah, everybody just came on all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a question for you.
Oh,
Corbin.
yeah.
Oh, am I doing the poster again? So I have talked with, with Jeremy about it. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to actually be at the show again this year. My brother decided to schedule his wedding the exact same weekend.
Who does he think he is?
Out of all the weekends, and that's the one he planned on. But hey, you know what? I'm excited for him, and she's a great girl. So we're excited to have her join the family, but unfortunately it did hit on that weekend. And so when we talked about the poster, I was going to be there, and we haven't really talked about the poster again. So I guess I need to reach out to him and make sure that he's
I don't know what you being there has to do with you doing the poster.
No, exactly. It doesn't. But you never know. He might be mad at me for all I know.
No.
No, definitely not. He just needs a jog to remind you.
Every time I do these shows, my children just like hang at the door, like one eye like looking at me. Like, what are you doing, Dad?
Tell them to go watch on Facebook so they can make comments about your failures too.
Yeah, they're supposed
Oh,
to.
there you go.
But this one in particular just likes to sit on the floor and giggle at me. So.
Oh, that's fun too, if I'm honest. Jackie Cook, we haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well. We have missed you. Jay Thornton of CBCP Comics in the house, one of our sponsors. So that's awesome. Nosh, getting over the Omicron and a hurt lower back.
Ooh.
That's like insult to injury there, brother. You need to get over that. Very cool. Very cool. I want to show you guys what we got in today that is pretty darn cool. I really wish that Grace was on because I know she's a big fan of these guys. But Tom DeFalco, do you guys remember Tom DeFalco, comic book writer, and Ron Friends, comic book artist? They worked on several books together. They did a lot of stuff together. Well, they've got a Kickstarter book that just came in, which looks kind of goofy compared to some of the stuff that they have done in the past. That said, it's
fun.
Tom DeFalco and Ron Friends. So I backed it and got some copies for the store. But
nice.
We've got the main cover. We have got the black and white cover. We got one copy of the shiny foil cover.
Throwback to the 90s.
And this also has got a couple of mini comics, which are signed by the two of them.
Cool.
So if you guys want some Ron Friends, Tom DeFalco awesomeness, I just got some of that in today. And let me tell you, when I opened that box, those books were freezing cold. Holy Lord. And one other thing I got in, different box. But it's tough to beat the coolness of this.
Oh.
Right on.
That's classic.
One of the only things better than this is the cover of Foom number 2. But that is a classic Hulk cover by Jim Steranko right there. Although, little known fact, do you know about Hulk's face on this one, Corbin?
I do not.
Marie Severn they made her go in and redo the face.
Oh, really? I
So
heard that.
yeah, Marie Severin had to go in and redo the face. She got no credit for it, but yeah, she had to. It's a different face
Why her?
from what Steranko had given him. He went with more of the kind of Hulk face that's on the Foom cover, but they wanted more of the old classic Romita Buscema Hulk face. So they made Marie Severin go in and change it. I'm sure that made Jim Steranko very happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure he was very pleased about that.
I'm sure they could have asked him, right?
Probably not enough time, because then he would have had to mail it and all that stuff. And Marie Severin actually worked in the office. And you talk about a comics creator who never has gotten the credit she deserved. Most people don't know the name Marie Severin at all, but Marie Severin was all over the Marvel comics of the 70s. Everything. She did everything. She's amazing.
Well, I mean, if we're showing covers, I mean,
Yeah. What you got?
I mean, I don't know if you guys have.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
have seen these.
Excited to see those.
Oh, where we go? There we go. And then that's the only two I've gotten finished yet, as far as my portion.
Now I'm looking at this. I'm gonna say, okay, Tom Price signed his. That's pretty easy. The Spider-Man. Who did the Spider-Man? That's Jeremy. Yep.
I'm trying to figure out my camera here. Yeah.
I got
And you did the Daredevil there.
Yeah.
Looking at the other one. So on the other one, did you do the Miles Morales? Is that you?
Yeah. So the Miles is me on that one. Then Jeremy did the Venom.
Those are some pretty rocking GM pieces right there, I have to say.
And the fourth guy we tagged in there, Joshua Brandon.
Yes, Joshua Brandon.
Who's been on the show before too.
Josh Pants.
Yes, Josh Pants.
Very cool.
Those are great. We've been playing with those for months now, and I think they're turning out awesome.
Yeah, those are super cool.
Yep. It's been a fun project for sure. I've got the other two, and I keep going back and forth on who I'm going to do, and then like the Miles, like for a long time I was like, oh, I'm gonna do Green Goblin, like that's who I'm gonna do for that one, and then
Miles
I sat down to draw, and like Miles came out. So
I hear you.
It's an awesome take on him. I love it.
I appreciate it.
Love it.
Who are your options for the other two? Do you have those like handy?
Yeah. So I got the other two right here. Let's see. So here's the X-Men one.
X-Men. Okay.
In here. So I'm thinking either Storm or Thunderbird.
Now, if you were to do Storm, which iteration of Storm are you talking? Classic? Or are you talking Mohawk?
The Mohawk.
Vampire Mohawk or regular Mohawk?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Vampire Mohawk or regular Mohawk?
Probably the regular Mohawk. But so either her or Thunderbird on that.
Thunderbird's a good one. He doesn't get enough love, man.
Yeah, that's
they brought him back, right?
Yeah,
unfortunately, I hate when they do stuff like that.
He's a character that I've always been really intrigued with, and as I was looking at everything here, I just was like, man, having him just kind of very kind of that stern, serious look, and just straight on. I thought that would look kind of cool. So that's where I'm going in between those two for that one, and then
you got to vote for Rogue opposite Gambit there.
and then we have the detective one, and on that one I was going back and forth between Mr. Freeze or Poison Ivy.
I do feel that women are underrepresented there.
Yeah, that's why I was leaning towards Poison Ivy on this one, because I believe we've got a female character on the other ones except for that first one, and so I thought that having her on there would be nice, and I love Poison Ivy.
I don't think you can go wrong, but Poison Ivy makes any cover better,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
Hugo Strange might be an interesting one on there too, just given who all you got on there.
Yeah,
but he's a little boring. He's just a dude, and like that's me. I'm Hugo.
But
Strange.
he's creepy as all get out.
Well, I teeter on the idea of Calendar Man. Like I just thought,
ooh, yeah,
just kind of weird and out there, and but like I said, I keep kind of flip flopping on who I'm going to do.
I did do that Scarecrow cover. Do you mind holding that one back up?
Absolutely.
Thank you. The Clayface is Tom Price. I did Scarecrow, and then Man Bat is Josh Pants.
Yes.
Alan says you should do Man Bat, and I think that would be kind of offensive to. Oh, that's how I learned him on social media, right?
Yes.
Like he just was Josh Pants, and so now
Oh, Jeremy froze.
call him,
I
and
was
I got
about
to
to say,
fight.
was that
I just
him or
use
me?
Josh. Huh? You? Are you Josh Pants? You're Josh Pants now. Now that you said that, but like all my friends are named Josh. I got a brother named Josh, Josh Olive. It should be easy.
Yep, I know Kim. We got the wedding together.
You got some respect for that huge glass of vodka you're drinking.
Oh yes, actually, Nikhil gave that to me. That huge glass. I actually do have like a massive. I thought for a minute I thought he was talking about that, but you can see that massive thing of vodka there at the top.
Oh yeah, Josh is holding up.
Oh yeah.
These prints. He reps these prints all the time.
Well, the Maid Marian, that's the actual art on that one. The Robin Hood was one of the quick sketches that I got bombarded with requests to purchase it, and so I was like, okay, I got to make a print out of that one.
Right on. I got.
You need the companion piece
in here.
because they go so well together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
did you see the Little John I did this past December?
yes, I did. I want to put these two like this, like because he's kind of looking up and she's kind of looking down.
Yeah,
I want to
smart.
hang them like that. Freaking great.
I'm glad you like them.
Did you see this one last week, Corbin?
Yeah, you showed me that one.
Oh,
So how about that Moon Knight trailer?
Oh,
dude! There were so many people who were like, I don't know why they're doing anything with Moon Knight. Who is Moon Knight? Some fourth-rate character. And I'm like, speak for yourself. I love Moon Knight.
I'll tell you what, getting onto social media the next day and just my entire feed being Moon Knight was fantastic.
yeah.
That was a nice
Instagram,
change, I have to
all
say.
the artists were posting, images. I know on Facebook you had the "Who is this Moon Knight?" It was fantastic.
And then the next day you learn. I'm gonna butcher his name. Gaspar Ulliel.
The French actor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my prize cam speaks French, so she'll correct me. But he freaking died like the day after that came out. I can't imagine worse timing for him.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate.
Tom DeFalco. Has he written any one story that you're like, oh my gosh, that's the best story ever? Probably not. But what Tom DeFalco has done is written long story arcs that were excellent forever. He's never written anything bad. He wrote the entire Spider-Girl series, which was very good, surprisingly good. Marvel kept trying to kill it, but they had so many fans that they couldn't. He wrote Amazing Spider-Man. He wrote Avengers. He's written everything, and everything he's written has been good. So has he got one seminal story that stands out that you go, wow, that's maybe not. Has he got a ton of phenomenal comics that make for great reading? Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes.
My sister used to read a Spider-Girl.
It was such a good book.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good book.
Guys, how do you feel about checking out the prize cam? And
We should do that.
seeing what's up for grabs today. We went hard on the shark theme. We couldn't do everything shark, but most of it. So left to right there, you've got a print that I did. It came out of a little comic zine. That's a dude enjoying a adult beverage, dressed in a elephant seal onesie at the White Shark Cafe.
I feel like there's something autobiographical about that.
I
Do
swear
you
that
own
it's
a whale?
never.
Do you own a elephant seal onesie, Jeremy?
No, sir. I have never been submerged with great whites drinking bourbon wearing that onesie. That has never happened. And then right next to that, you'll see we've got a spread of King Shark and Aquaman books. We've got our ubiquitous sticker pack and gelatinous feely things. We've got a $25 gift card to Haven Comics. We've got a service voucher to CBCP Comics, one of our great vendors, sponsors. And then we've got the Shark King, which is actually surprisingly cool. I really wanted to stop and read that. It's like a Moana-esque comic book. We've got I ordered this special for the show. It's the Funkoverse strategy game, the Jaws edition. You can take this and you can just mix it with any other Funkoverse game. We got a couple at the store. I got the Rick and Morty one at my house. You just take it and add it to that setup, and you just play with whatever characters you want. We've got the Superior Foes of Spider-Man #1. That is a sketch cover I did. It's a shark. He's venomized. He's underwater. He's living his best life. There's some arguments in the comments there when I posted that about who was going to get to take that home. And
I didn't think there was any argument.
You won.
There's probably really not.
Oh man, I'm rooting for you, Corbin. I drew that with you in mind. And then Corbin and I have an inside joke about sharks now. And then we've got Daredevil, Dark Knight, signed by Lee Weeks. I knew Daredevil is your favorite, right?
No, absolutely he is.
So I wanted to pull something out here that I thought you would really appreciate. Great book, great signed book. That's what you can win tonight.
Fantastic.
All right, Ryan, what's the story with the shark theme? We've had Corbin on once before, and when Jeremy talked to Corbin about coming on the show, Corbin laughingly remarked, "Yeah, I'll do it, but I'm only answering questions about sharks."
Well, it actually goes back a little bit farther than that. I went live on my art page.
I feel like a jerk about this, but
and Jeremy challenged me to draw King Shark, and I did a horrific job.
It wasn't that bad.
I completely blank. I could not think of like what a shark looked like, what King Shark looked like. Ended up having like pull an image up on my phone to look at it, and it was terrible. So ever since then, Jeremy was like, "Man, you should draw a shark."
That's rough, dude.
Draw some more sharks.
Now I feel bad, and I kind of want him to win that cover.
Oh man,
me too.
His cover kicked mine. Like mine. It was so bad.
No. Do you
is awesome, bro.
Do you have that Aquaman print you did? Do you have that handy?
I do.
Dude, that Doctor Strange you just did looked awesome.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Man, you've drawn some sick sharks. I mean, I've had. Don't get me wrong. Number one, it wasn't that bad. Number two, I've had those moments too where I'm drawing something that I love and draw every day, and I'm just like, who am I?
what am I doing?
Yeah, have I ever been good? So don't get me wrong. But hey, something great came out of it because now it's Shark Week.
Shark Week. That's right.
Shark Week. So
that's right.
So Ryan, that's how we got to Shark Week.
Mm-hmm.
We thought it was kind of funny, and there's no way we would do it. And then within 5 minutes, we were totally convinced that we were doing a shark theme.
We were just pulling things out of nowhere. We had a whole list. So that's what we can win.
What do you guys think about that?
No, come on, Alan, leave me alone. Everybody always asks me to draw a Swamp Thing, and don't get me wrong, I like him, but like, he's a lot. He's a lot to draw.
He is a lot, but he's fun too. Which I really dig some of these like monster characters, but they're always ones that seem to take the longest.
Right.
Well, they've all got a lot going on. That's part of what gives them their mystique, right? Because that cool look. It's rare that you get a really super simple character that conveys as much. I mean, like Silver Surfer. Okay, it's a naked bald dude. Just cover him silver so it doesn't look pornographic. I mean, that's what it is. Come on.
Well,
There's not a ton you can do with it unless you're really playing with the reflectivity of the silver or something.
Yeah.
But Swamp Thing, there's a lot of atmosphere. There's a lot you can do there.
You know, I know Jeremy experiences this too. You know, when you're at a show or something, and you know, I always do those like you know, quick sketches for X amount of money. You know, tell me who you want. I'll draw them out. And then you'll have someone that's like, you know, Silver Surfer, and it's like, okay, yeah, great, you know. And then you get someone that's, you know, comes in again with like Swamp Thing or Iron Man, and you're like, oh, this person's getting their money's worth.
Yeah. And they always ask you to draw exactly what you don't want to draw every single time. I'm trying to find it. I don't know that I have it easy, so I'm going to give up. But like one time I love Man-Thing. I'll draw Man-Thing in like literally less than a minute. But I've also spent 40 hours. I timed myself 40 hours drawing Man-Thing over the course of like 3 weeks. So you can just sink into those things. So.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. I know you have really built yourself up like you're going to fail. You're not. You can't. This game is all fun. Everybody in the audience is rooting for you. But audience, remember.
He showed up here. He's already won.
That's true. He got to hang.
Honestly, I come on here to talk with you guys. You know, and of course to talk to people in the comments, you know. So that's what's fun for me.
We always love having you. So I'm glad you do.
I love doing it. I appreciate it.
Audience, you guys know how this works. If Corbin doesn't get it right, you have to be the first person in the chat to have the right answer, and then we'll give you whatever the prize is. Good, bad, who knows? But we'll give it to you, and that's the game. You guys ready? You guys psyched?
I am.
All right. Corbin, you mentally geared up, you zen? All right, let's play. The first prize we are playing for is our ubiquitous sticker pack. And today, because of the way our prizes got laid out, we're also doing the gelatinous feely things. So you can win your own Ghost Rider. Maybe you've got a shark at home that can eat him.
Who knows? We actually have a comic. We may have sold it, but we had a comic at the store. I want to say it's like Ghost Rider number 11 or something like that, which is Ghost Rider underwater fighting a shark. And so that's hilarious. Also, Samuel says, hey, hello to Samuel. Great kid. Love that kid.
All right, Corbin.
No, we put the band hammer on Jeremy calling him that. Jared, stop encouraging that.
I won't call him Feely Balls again. What nickname did Steven Spielberg give to the mechanical shark that he used while filming Jaws? What nickname did Steven Spielberg give the mechanical shark that he used while filming Jaws?
Yeah, I don't know. Fluffy.
That actually popped up in the comments there. So, not today. The real answer came up in the comments real quick. Oh man, somebody got it even quicker than that. Alan, you got it right. It is Bruce. So Alan Breedlove won the stickers and the gelatinous feely balls. Alan, I'm so glad that you won those balls. All right, so next.
Things. Not balls. Things.
Okay. The next thing that we have up here is from one of our sponsors. From CBCP Comics, you can win a voucher to have one of your comics claimed. Always cool if you're trying to get the best quality, get it mint. So,
would you like a mint?
And 0.2, a 9.6 versus 9.8, like that
makes a difference.
Yeah. It can be hundreds of dollars.
For thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars. Case in point, my G.I. Joe number 1. 9.6, $700. 9.8, $3,000.
What do you have it in?
9.6. Because I
Ah,
sold the 9.8 July of 2020, and I remember it well.
the first book I had graded was Something is Killing the Children, number 1. I got mine back at a 9.6. If it was a 9.8, ridiculous difference.
Mhm.
But I'm happy. I picked that up off the shelf. So,
Yep, I've got a Edge of Spider-Verse number 2.
oh,
The guy looked at it and was like, "Man, you got a chance on a 9.8 on this one," and took it and submitted it. Came back and there was just a small little nick that broke color. You can't even see it, like with your visual eye. That's what they got me for.
crazy. Send it off to CBCP. Have them play with it. Send it back.
It's signed.
Oh,
And it was witnessed, so I can't bust it open.
still, that's an awesome book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's a color break, no amount of pressing is going to help that.
Yeah,
If it's a color break, it's broken.
Just hit it with a magic marker.
Yeah,
Then they call it conserved or color touch, and they ding it harder.
Yeah. I did it through CBCS, and when the guy, I did it, I guess through a third party. It was at the Memphis Expo, and he emailed me back, and he was like, "Man, if you would have done CGC, it probably would have been a 9.8."
Well, congrats on owning that book at all.
Yeah.
That is a cool book.
True that. So, for an awesome voucher to get a book cleaned and pressed, all you have to do is answer this question correctly. You got this? I think you've got this. I'm confident that you have this. Okay, in Moana. I mean, you've got kids. I know you've seen this a million times. How is Maui able to transform into a shark?
I've seen that movie a half a time.
Really?
I fell asleep during it, I'll admit.
It is literally like the point of half of the movie. So which half did you see?
Like the first half. I'm trying to think. Okay, I remember he's got that is it the hook? Does he use the hook?
You got it. You nailed it. What do we got here? I got all new gifts this week. Here, this one. This to celebrate. Oh, man. Yeah, you got it. In Disney's Moana, Maui is able to transform using a hook that was gifted to him by the gods.
I almost said a dance, and I'm really glad I didn't.
No, that would have been very different.
Yeah.
But you're welcome.
I love that one. I know that song by heart.
That's a good point. He's voiced by The Rock, so he can do anything.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen that video of him with his daughter, and his daughter doesn't believe he is Maui, and he's sitting there and he's like, "I'm Maui. Listen to the video. I'm going to sing it right now. It's the same." He sings it completely, like word for word, and his daughter is like, "No, that's not you."
Yeah, she doesn't buy it at all. Similarly, I don't know if you remember the movie. God, what was the movie called? Whatever it was, it's the story of Moses, and it's the voice of God was voiced by Val Kilmer in the cartoon. And they asked him later. It was the Prince of Egypt. That was it.
Yeah.
And they asked him later. They were like, "So, what was it like being the voice of God?" And he's like, "Well, it was really cool in most respects, except that my kids realized that that's a voice that I do, because when I'm serious and I want them to do something, but they realize I can just put that on instead of that's just how I really feel at that moment. So now they just ignore it. So it's not been good for my home life."
I think Prince of Egypt's got one of the coolest scenes in animation when they're going through the Red Sea, and it's got the thunder happening and everything.
Oh
You
yeah, that's
see
a great scene.
the huge outline of the whale.
Yeah, shiny. That's one of the creepiest, weirdest songs ever. But
That song makes no sense.
No,
Zero.
it doesn't. But once it's in your head, it's in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
We were a fan of his back from his Flight of the Conchord days.
Oh, for sure.
Who is it?
Jermaine Clement.
Yeah. Jermaine.
So yeah, if you've never seen the Flight of the Conchords, go on YouTube, watch the video of
Later, after our show.
Hip Hoppopotamus versus the Rhinoceros.
Yeah.
Is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. What hip
Also-
hoppopotamus versus the rhinoceros?
Rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
Yeah, they call me Hip Hoppopotamus because my lyrics are bottomless.
He had,
What?
What is it?
That's awesome.
The humans are dead.
Oh yeah, the Lord of the Rings.
The
song
humans
that they
are
did.
dead.
Good.
Which one?
They did one on the Lord of the Rings. I just remember them being like, the ring and the bling bling.
Oh yeah, that one and Albie the racist dragon.
Yeah, Albie the racist.
Albie the racist dragon.
Yeah, we used to,
dude,
we
you
used to
need to
watch that
catch you
all
up
the
on
time.
some Flight of the Conchords because you would die. They're hilarious.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
I like how Albie the racist dragon starts with part 6.
What was there's one that it's playtime or something like that. It's more of an
It's
adult
business
song.
time.
Business time.
It's
yes.
business time.
I'm hoping that racist dragon is like tongue in cheek. I'm hoping.
Just watch it, dude. It's hilarious.
You just gotta watch it.
All right. I'm hoping it's not awful. Okay. Guys, for question 3.
For you, Jeremy.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Okay, so for question 3, we have to bring on another one of our awesome sponsors.
Yes.
One of the best parts of the show.
Hey,
Big Wool.
what up?
Big Will stuck.
I can't get out of it.
Give us another nickname for you.
I'm gonna
He
have
doesn't
to
get
find
to
one.
pick his own. That's
gonna
not
have to
how
find
nicknames
one.
work.
Yeah, damn it, it's stuck. So yeah, it is what it is now. So yeah, no. So with Shark Week, I have a theory that we talked about venomized dolphins.
Mhm.
They're called orcas because they actually bully great white sharks. And if they find great white sharks in an area, they actually turn them over so that they fall asleep. Then they eat their genitals and kidneys, and then just leave them standing there.
Is that bullying anymore?
That's like
Well,
peak
what's to the other one?
Yeah, like into like serious issue right there.
Right? Like, look what we did to your boy. And they're like,
they leave them there, and that's why they like crash up on the scene, like on the beaches and things like that, because orcas are in the area.
Oh man.
I've just seen all the other sharks going by. Like,
Ooh.
oh, I guess we're leaving. Don't look, honey.
Yeah, exactly. So they are just really bad bullies that I think are just venomized dolphins because they pick on everybody.
Crazy.
It's like the video of where they grab that seal and they're just like throwing him 30 feet up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that was it's pretty gruesome, But I read up on it one time and I was watching the National Geographic one and I was like, what? That Free Willy is yeah. I'd have been like muted.
Everything that I've learned about sharks tonight or about dolphins tonight has been real bad. Like I used to
It's
think
not
they were
bad. I mean,
nice.
you can't blame dolphins for attacking sharks. Sharks are dangerous and we'll kill them.
There is a big difference between physically assaulting a shark and flipping it over in the night and having at it. Don't like it.
Yeah. So that was pretty crazy. And I was just like, what? Why would they do that? And then so if they know that there's orcas in that area, they just leave their whole hunting ground. They're just like, no.
Right.
Yes, it
man.
is. Oh, I gotta go this way then. Yeah, so he made a throne out of a sentinel.
Like
I'm
you
into
do.
it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Man, you got a new poster back there every single time I see you.
Don't tell him. But yeah, they kind of come sporadically. And so I just kind of have to,
Sporadically.
you know what I mean? So I have to find places to put them.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, it's not
And that's
my
hard to
fault.
do when you run out of wall space.
You never run out of wall space. You just then gift them to your son, the ones that you're like, yeah, all right, well, hey, this is one that you can have. So now you have 2 rooms full of.
Remind me to never piss Tots off ever.
I'll not just end you, I will end your entire gene pool.
And then, Wyatt, if you don't mind, I am going to cut to the prize cam so you can tell us what's on the block tonight from the Blurred Syndicate.
Sure. Okay. So that pretty nice. So this is just the Infinity War one that I found. I always kind of just go searching for them. So I thought this was really cool because it's got a lot of everybody in there.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
Right on.
I dig it.
so that's what we got. So that's what we're playing for today. I think you're going to get this one for me because I have faith in you. And
Thank you.
And telling by your background, you probably were around the same things that I was. So I immediately read the question and I was like, I know exactly what this is. And I was super excited about it. So,
Boo to that pun. That's terrible.
yes.
Doug.
I love it.
Corbin, how old are you? How old are you?
I am 33.
All right.
You got
so
this.
you're right in here with us. So, what 90s?
You put
Saturday?
the pressure on now.
Oh, man. Look, you're going to be like, oh, this one?
All right.
Also,
all right.
So what 1990s Saturday morning cartoon series was based around 4 Bolton brothers who were genetically altered by the gene slammer?
Street Sharks.
There you go. Totally Jawsome. Totally Jawsome. There you go. So, of course, the boy's fathers created the invention and was betrayed by his partner, Dr. Paradise. And that one who used the invention on the boys and turning them into street sharks.
And I immediately think of Vin Diesel now.
Oh,
Why?
yeah, because
yeah. He used to rep the toys.
yeah, before they had their names and before the cartoon came out, he was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna do so." Just did like a leather vest. And
He was real serious about it. He's like, "This is this street shark who has this attitude."
Yeah.
his acting skills have not improved. Yeah, his acting skills have not improved since then. So.
Oh, man.
I think he found his niche with the voice of Groot.
Well, he pretty much does the same thing with Fast and Furious. It's all about family. So.
I would love to see. I never thought about this before. Somebody go back and dub, Fast and Furious. Pick any one of them to where the rest of the movie is exactly the same, but all he says is "I am Groot." I'd watch that movie.
That would be amazing.
Probably would be even better.
Yeah.
Wyatt has coming up in his shop, theblurredsyndicate.com. He's got Valentine's Day shirts. So you and your partner, or maybe somebody you think is real cool, can get matching shirts from different fandoms, right?
Absolutely. So it's stuff like there's one where for Dragon Ball Z fans, there's a one that has Bulma and Vegeta. There's another one where we have Joker and Harley. I mean, so that's pretty cool. We also have a couple of other ones that I'm kind of designing right now, but they have a lot of them where you can be able to just kind of have it they'll be out probably next week as far as that's concerned, so that you can get them by Valentine's Day and just share your nerdom with that special someone.
Right on.
That's awesome.
So, Josh, what do you want?
Owen's already throwing out the warnings. Sorry.
Owen feels like you've gotten too much, so he needs you to know the last 2 are going to suck.
Well, I just wanted to make sure you at least had. I was just when they told me Shark Week, I was like Street Sharks question. I gotta have them. Gotta have a Street Shark question.
I appreciate it. Brings back some memories.
I gotta confess that's in that niche right after my time. I've never seen anything about street sharks whatsoever. So this entire conversation y'all just had didn't ring a bell of any kind for me.
Okay. Do you guys? I like street sharks. They're visually cool. I get excited when I hear someone say "Jossum." But do you guys remember a damn thing about it? Anything?
I just remember them going. No, I just remember them tearing up. They had a lot of property damage.
Yeah.
Like they would eat everything, and it was crazy. So Josh, it's all in that time period where everything was either mutated, like animals that were, whatever the fact. So it was like the Ninja Turtles, the Toads, they had frogs, fighting frogs, something like that. All of those are when they were
biker mice from Mars.
Yeah.
I remember that
Well,
one.
what are some other ones? You got battle toads. You got biker mice from Mars. You got samurai.
The adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters.
Yeah.
Was that real?
Yep.
Please tell me.
It was a comic book.
Yep.
So they had all of those that they were just like, okay, Ninja Turtles are doing well, so let's go ahead and get everybody doing the same thing.
And those things did well too, right? Maybe not Ninja Turtles well, but they still did okay. What was the other one? I'm thinking of their kangaroos, Warriors of Virtue.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. That was a movie, but it was a live action movie that was right at the end of that. But they were like ninja kangaroos, and it was like more of a mix of like almost like an anime. So yeah, Thundercats too. Yeah, Thundercats was in there. But that was more before.
Yeah, I think Thundercats was like a prelude.
Well, he's saying Thundercats underwater.
What was that?
I don't know what that is. A different thing. Also, G.I. Jackrabbits. I have #1 of that comic book.
I don't remember that. So, welcome to the 90s. We're just making up names now.
Yeah.
There was a lot of them. They racked up. They're like, give us any kind of animal. We're going to make something and get it out here in the night.
Wyatt, you got anything else you want to share with us before you go today?
No, I appreciate you wearing your awesome shirt today, though. So it is, just go to theblurredsyndicate.com. There's a bunch of stuff for everybody. We got some really cool episodes coming out. So we talk about the Eternals. We talk about whether or not like the universe of like movies are going to actually be like they're getting too congested with having too many cameos. Like, should we just go back to just having like, okay, if we're going to have a movie just about Spider-Man, should it just be about just Spider-Man, not Spider-Man and his amazing friends? So, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So
I just finally got to see Eternals, by the way.
Me too.
What did you think, Corbin?
It wasn't as bad as I was hearing. I think
I really liked it. It was more in depth. It wasn't as straightforward. Hey, I'm good guys. Hey, I'm bad guys. We should beat each other up. It was slow and it was long. Okay, but no, I really enjoyed it. Actually, it might have been a bad idea to watch it like days after the giant volcanic eruption at Tonga happened, because I was at the end going like, nope, that's bad.
So I actually think that my theory on it is that if they would have made it into a Disney Plus show,
that's what
you would have had more time to flesh out, these 7,000-year-old characters, put in some more action and things like that. Because, like the Deviant, like I love the twist and everything at the end. I thought that was nice. But to me, like the whole Deviant thing never really got fleshed out and played out well. Like that left me wanting more, I guess. Like he didn't feel like a real villain.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't. The Deviant wasn't the villain at all.
Yeah.
Icarus was.
And that's why it was cool, because he wasn't the villain.
But it just that whole storyline just didn't feel finished. And maybe it will be later on, but I just feel like as a Disney Plus show, it probably would have been a little bit better. But yeah, I didn't think it was I don't think it was the worst Marvel movie.
Yeah, so
Oh
this,
no.
yeah. There's always Thor 2 that's there. And
You're
then
right.
there's-
Is it top 5 for me? No. Is it Thor 2? No.
Yeah, exactly.
so this is the same kind of conversation that we had,
Yeah.
and it's funny because I see the rage in Jeremy's eyes because he was just like he wasn't a fan, and so
Let them watch. Let them watch the episode. Let them watch the
yeah.
episode.
So
I have a nuanced argument that takes about an hour to get through.
So that was really, really cool. So just check that out. And if anybody wants to join, have a conversation about some things, like just hit us up. We'd love to have some
group.
people. Yeah, so we literally just talk about everything, talked about Moon Knight as well. So if you guys ever want to just, shoot the BS, then come talk with us.
The Blurred Syndicate. Get to it.
So that's what we got, man. But Corbin, I think you'll do great. Hopefully they have a Sharknado question in there. And yeah, that's about it, man.
Well, appreciate it. As always, Wyatt. You guys at the Blurred Syndicate are just awesome human beings, and we think the world of y'all. So we appreciate you coming on every week.
Of course, man. I enjoy looking. This is what I look forward to on Thursday. I'll be like, hey, it's Thursday. I got something to do. All right. So so I let my little one know. So not so little anyway.
I say that boy's going to be bigger than you soon. I don't.
He's a grown A man. Yeah, that's so. All right, you guys. Well, I will let you guys go. Good luck. All right.
All right. Have a good one,
night,
sir.
man.
All right. See you.
Y'all know who y'all. It's a Marvel movie, so all stuck around at the very end of Eternals, right, for the cameos or for the stingers and such.
Uh-huh.
You know who the voice was at the very end of that, right?
Oh yeah.
What does that tell you? That leads straight into Moon Knight. That leads straight into Midnight Suns. That's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I think that Dane should have had his own movie, not been in this movie.
He's gonna get his own movie. Or his own show on Disney Plus One.
I gotta shut up about it because it'll derail the entire show. I got up from Eternals and I was mad for like 2 days. So
I mean, his 5 minutes weren't bad.
no, he wasn't bad. No.
As somebody pointed out, it had to be weird for two of the Stark family people to be constantly referencing somebody named Cersei and telling her how much they love him, or they love her. It was like, fair point.
Jason, we're best friends now. So. All right. Before anybody can talk more about Eternals, you want to check out the prize for question 4?
Let's do it.
Boom. It's a bunch of shark comics.
Oh, that Aquaman on the left that's a sweet cover.
Yeah,
that's a shark wearing some body armor and stuff.
Right on. Corbin drew a very similar thing to that very recently.
Look at the headgear on that hammerhead back there. Mm-hmm. That is awesome.
That is sweet.
We got a lot of King Shark doing his thing. All right, that's what you can win if you answer question 4 correctly.
Here's that.
Oh heck yeah!
Oh, I love that.
So I got prints of it, but they're all packed up. There it is.
Is that the one that you did that was holographic?
Yes.
Right on.
I was, it's 90s Aquaman, and what can make this even more 90s? Make it holographic. So,
and then you did Charizard, and that was holographic
yes,
too.
Yes, I did the Charizard, and the Charizard's pretty cool because it's actually, I had them cut it to where the edges are rounded, so it's actually like rounded like a playing card.
Nice.
So you made your own 11x17 Pokemon trading card that's holographic.
Yeah.
I got to get one of those.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
You have to get them all.
Hold on.
Please don't make any more then.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So here we go. In Austin Powers Goldmember, how is Dr. Evil finally able to get sharks with lasers on their heads?
His son gifts it to him, right?
You tell us.
Wasn't it his son?
Yeah. I mean, Josh is going to make you put the hard exclamation point at the end, but yeah, that's the answer.
Well, just not a question mark.
Say it again, but with gusto. Okay. Nailed it. You nailed it. I'm unfamiliar with all the gifts that I have, but I got some good ones, so here we go. So, I think that's Sharknado, right? I've never seen that movie, which is my catchphrase here.
Roll them over.
Oh no. I wish I didn't know that. That's too much for me. I mean, like, I get it. The animal kingdom is mean, but that's a lot.
Entire animal kingdom's not mean. I mean, there's quokkas.
I was born in Florida and went to elementary school for a couple years there. And, they had like this like survival like training class that like they would teach you. And it's like very basic stuff, like, which snakes not to touch.
Like a conservation class?
Yeah. What to do if you run into an alligator. And the only thing I remember about sharks was like, don't ever grab them by the gills because the gills would like slice your fingers off.
Ooh.
And you had to, I guess, punch them in the nose. But as a 5-year-old, I don't think I would have survived an attack even with those classes.
Yeah.
Or now.
Rough. So you can't grab them by the gills.
No,
you can punch them in the gills, but you can't grab them by the gills. Yeah.
Yeah. If you could, they say that like your kind of initial reaction is to like grab a hold of them, and if you put your hand into the gills, it would like cut your fingers. And so they are always like just punch them in the nose. That's like I guess where a lot of their senses are. I don't know.
Well, what the dolphins do when they attack them is they ram them in the gills with their pointy bottle noses. Yeah. So you could punch them in the gills. You just can't.
Yeah, you don't want to
grab them because they'll slice you up.
And again, I was like 5 or 6 when I took this class, so I could be completely wrong. And remember,
they are murder machines, and they're built to be that way.
It's so interesting as you say that. I've never thought about that, and I didn't know that fact. Right? So, like, you would think that their gills would be their weakest point, but nope, they're razor blades. So, yeah, those things are monsters.
Mm-hmm.
That said, I do love sharks. They're cool.
Speaking of monsters. Owen's a monster. Everything that people don't like about the show is Owen's fault. Owen Anderson writes all our questions. This is actually my fault. I love Canada, so this is my fault. But so the Canadian question is for the audience only, right?
He loves Canada so much he married it.
In theory, right? So are you the kind of person that can hear a question, know the right answer, and not blurt it out?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I won't blurt it out.
I believe in you. Okay. So I'm going to let the audience go for this one. And audience, what are you winning? If you're familiar with the show, you know you're winning $25 to Haven Comics. That's what we do every week. Haven Comics, where all of your hopes and dreams can come true. And that's my photo. That's me.
When she does the zoom in like that, it's really like a snarky looking thing because it goes from being like, yes, it's me too. Yes, I know the joke. It's not funny anymore. I'm going to kill you.
I love it.
Oh, she gets me every time. All right. So get ready to play. We got a quick question. Are there sharks in Canada? If you don't know the answer to that, you are not going to know. Commonly found off the coast of Quebec, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland. What has the longest natural lifespan of any vertebrate species? This is a real ass shark question.
It is, and these dudes are awesome. They're creepy as all get out, but they're awesome. It's the rare and elusive salmon shark. They taste delicious.
Zach, good job. It is the Greenland shark.
It is indeed.
The Greenland shark.
The Greenland shark is super creepy because they live a really long time. They're ugly sharks. They're this dull gray. But there are
I feel like I should have had a photo. I'm gonna get one.
there are these parasites that attack their eyes,
That's
and
fun.
like remoras, but they kind of hang out their eyeballs, and they can't see anything. And so there are these blind sharks swimming around that live to be 300 and more years old, and yeah, they're really, really nasty critters.
I don't like anything I've learned tonight. Nothing. Every single fact that I have learned tonight has sucked. I'm getting this photo. I'm going to throw this up here for everybody to see. They hit puberty at 150 years old. Yeah, this was the
Their
right guess.
voices change, and they get acne. It's a tough time after 150 years.
Oh, man. 150 years old. That's what they look like.
Yeah, you see the little thing hanging out of his eyeball there?
They're toxic to eat. Man. Yeah, I didn't want to make fun of the salmon shark because I don't know enough about anything to know whether or not that was a joke.
I just pictured Canada and salmon, and then I thought of the salmon shark, and it was funny to me. Although that said, on my honeymoon, my wife and I went out snorkeling, and the guy who was leading our little snorkel group just suddenly kind of cut and came back into the island at a different place than he was supposed to. And I thought, well, that's weird, but okay. And we're walking back in, and my wife, because it's like water less than 2 feet deep forever, and it's all sharp rocks and stuff. So I'm like, son of a, this. And my wife turns around and looks like, how you coming along? And she goes, oh. And I'm like, what? What? Oh. And I turn and I look, and there are these two sharks between 6 and 7 feet long in 2 feet of water. I mean, not just their fins sticking out of the water, but their back. And they're just kind of slowly following me as I'm coming in. And when we got into the shore there, I mean, yeah, I picked up a rock and I might have moved a little bit faster. But we got into the shoreline there, and I asked the guy, I'm like, what kind of sharks are those? And he says, it's lemon sharks. I was like, oh, a lemon shark. That doesn't sound so bad. And we get home, and I look it up. Lemon shark, also known as the sharp-toothed shark. They're not man-eaters. They're man-tasters. They just take a bite out, decide you taste terrible, and then they go on about their business. But I'm like, I still don't want to bite out, you know?
Yeah. I don't want to bite out either. That's terrible.
But what we discovered was once we got back on the island and all this stuff, some other people had landed on the island, and like idiots, they were throwing their chicken and stuff in the water. So they were chumming the water while we were in it.
Oh, my God. But what kind of like honeymoon story is that, though? I went on my honeymoon. It was a great time. Got ate by a shark. But the shark was like, man, not today. Not this guy.
Yeah, it tastes terrible. I mean, ugh.
I think that's like the kind of the worst part too. You know, it's they don't even like the taste of humans. So like, I don't know if I'm gonna die by being eaten. I at least want it to enjoy the meal.
Right? I've worked hard to be this delicious.
That's right.
Jeremy, now they would throw back. He's nothing but bones. But me, I am a buffet.
I just did a deep dive on the next question because I have something interesting to tie back to how much Eternal sucks. All right, so just prepping everybody. Just segue there.
Okay. So what's our prize for the next question?
The prize for the next question is actually super cool. So when I saw it, I was a little jealous that I couldn't just buy it. This is Shark King. Price Cam, if you don't mind just giving that a flip through. This looks super fun. This looks like the kind of book that you could just sit down and like. How old are your kids, Corbin?
I've got a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old.
Yeah, like I think I enjoy stuff like this more because I have a young kid. So you might have a perfect audience for this. Mm-hmm. It just looks fun. Same, Alan. I am now more afraid of dolphins than I am of sharks.
Hey, you might have some people going to the beach now.
Oh, God. Oh, man. Quick fact. I just mentioned I'm more afraid of dolphins than sharks. Sharks are scary as anything, but pigs kill more people a year than sharks. And on average, people kill like 100,000 times more sharks a year than sharks do us. So we're the real sharks to them. Just FYI.
Cowboy Way is one of my favorite movies. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
It also features a comic book prominently in the subway scene.
What is that movie?
Oh, wow. It's Kiefer Sutherland and Woody Harrelson as two cowboys who go to New York.
There's a specific scene with a baby cow.
What's a baby cow going to do to me?
Hungry for some milk. And finds
What's a baby cow going to do to me?
I gotta be honest, guys. Just looked at this. Just looked this up. This looks terrible. This looks awful.
But
it's
your right to judge movies has long been revoked. You don't get to say that.
Fine. Oh man, does that mean Eternals is actually good?
Yes.
Ah, that hurts. All right, question 6.
Question 6.
For King Shark or Shark King.
All right.
Shark King.
The short fin type of what shark was genetically altered for Alzheimer's disease research in the 1999 film Deep Blue Sea? The film starred Samuel L. Jackson, Thomas Jane, and Stellan Skarsgård.
That was the Great White, wasn't it? I'm saying Great White.
Looks like we have Mako Shark.
Mako.
Damn, why didn't I let anyone answer that? We did have an answer.
We had an answer pop through right as you were saying it.
Didn't screw it up. Go Jeremy. Mako Shark. It is the Mako Shark. So that actually goes to Jackie Cook. Jackie Cook won the Shark King book. Stellan Skarsgård is the son. Had a son who Bill Skarsgård played it, and he also played. If anybody knows his name, I will be amazed. Crow, the Eternal. So complete waste. Same guy that played it. Same guy that was in Deadpool 2 as Zeitgeist. Same guy that is in what's the Stephen King one? The Stephen King Castle Rock.
Yeah, Castle Rock.
Brilliant actor. Crow. Sorry, guys. I was just thinking about how bad I hate that movie.
Yeah, when Samuel L. Jackson got killed when he did, because you're like, okay, Samuel L. Jackson, he's the hero of this movie. He just got it, like, immediately. You're like, what happened, man? What's going on?
That's one of the best scenes because you're not even like expecting it. He's just like,
no, you have no expectations.
Like chew everybody out.
Although I do have to blame you, Jeremy, because I think it was you that when we popped up the notification for this week's episode, put in the deepest, bluest. My head is like a shark's fin. Was that you? Because holy cow, that's been stuck in my head for days.
No, not me. I haven't even seen that movie.
Oh, Deep Blue Sea is great.
I've seen it like 3 times.
I think the prize cam likes that movie, so I might actually watch it. No, she's yelling that she doesn't like it. She's scared of it. So.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a little scary, but it's awesome. The kitchen scene, the galley scene in that movie is highly reminiscent of the kitchen scene from the Jurassic Park movie, where you're just like, oh, what's happening? Get out of there.
For question 7, I specifically got this for this episode. I hope that you get it. Because you've got young kids, I think you've got a shot. So this is our real estate question of the night. We were talking about a specific place in this circumstance. I don't know that I'd call it an address. I don't know that I could sell it to you, but it's our real estate question of the night. All right, we are playing for this Funkoverse strategy game. It's Jaws. It looks kind of fun. I don't know. I got the Rick and Morty one. I've never played it. I just got the little Funkos because they're fun to me.
The Jaws Funko Pop is quite possibly my favorite Funko Pop
That's a
ever.
good one.
This one down there, he's got a little hole in his mouth so he can carry the items in the game.
We've got the Batman Funko game, but we also have never played it.
Well, now you can mix them together and never play both of them.
Hey, I can recreate the one GIF you showed earlier.
Yeah.
They also have a Golden
I just don't
Girls
have any
Funko
shark
game.
spray.
Yeah, like this is the only reason I bought the Rick and Morty one, just to have the little thing. So I'm a child at heart.
Oh, I mean, you guys have seen my room, so
Yes, you did. If anybody wants to see Corbin's house, he has an impressive display of statues and collectibles. And I brought it up the other day that you were teaching me how to get sideshow statues for free. So, yeah.
trying to
He's
get
got-
involved.
He's got a strategy.
Yeah.
All right. In what country did the worldwide sensation Baby Shark video originate from? The video of Baby Shark. The song is old. So I'm talking about the video.
Australia.
Final answer?
Crikey.
Final answer.
Okay. Not today. And we had an immediate answer. I want to
We
make
did.
sure nobody else said it before I
They
finished.
couldn't have. That was so fast.
Yeah. So
Mm.
South Korea. Baby Shark is a children's song, and Pink Fong popularized it again with their video in 2016. I have heard this song 100 million times, not exaggerating. It gets in there. It got to the point that I actually like it now. So
My wife just stuck her head in. She was like, "It's Korea, you idiot."
I don't think your wife would ever call you an idiot. She's one of the
Yeah,
nicest
she's
people
called
I've
me
ever
worse.
met.
She's called me worse. She's on the
No,
best
not
I'll take
her.
that.
She looks like an angel.
Oh, she's a pirate angel, sailor. My goodness.
That doesn't sound right.
Ugh.
So the Funko game went to Jared Sapp. Congratulations, Jared, for knowing Pink Fong popularized Baby Shark came out of South Korea. Those guys have a method too. Like they know what they're doing. They got Baby Shark, then they got Halloween Baby Shark, then they got Christmas Baby Shark, then they got Birthday Baby Shark. There's no escaping it. You go to YouTube, you watch Baby Shark one time, you will never not have Baby Shark pop up ever again.
Don't worry, I will never
Yeah,
watch it one time.
Not planning on it, but it's a good tip.
Yeah, this
Oh.
is a good point. This is a good point right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
She
put
would
this
do- she
pirate
would
to
do
the
much
test.
better. She would do much better than me at trivia.
We do couples. We let couples come play together. Bring her in.
Yeah. If she's up for it, I'm up for it.
Okay.
I'll sit there quietly and let her answer everything.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Oh, there she
that's-
is.
Oh, there we go.
Board.
Isn't she pretty?
She doesn't look like a foul-mouthed, mean person.
Well, that's because I fed her.
Is that make it a pirate theme? There you go. All right. What's our prize for question number 8?
All right. I went and got this printed special. It came out of the first rule of Black Magic, which is a zine that I made. It's a little comic book style. I mean, basically, I had some short stories and accompanying art. This came from, I'm going to get the title wrong, of my own book story. Wait, hold on. I'm going to pull it out. But anyway, this is the print. I'm going to pull it out and get the name right. And Josh, I'm going to let you read the question while I do it.
All right. So for that mysterious, random autobiographical picture of Jeremy dressed in a elephant seal onesie. What is the name of the underwater research lab in The Meg? Which, if you have not seen, is fun.
I have never seen The Meg. I mean, Sharks Anonymous.
Sharks Anonymous. You're closer than you might think. At least one of those syllables shows up.
One of those syllables.
Folks, what is the name of the underwater research lab in the Jason Statham movie, The Meg? Which, again, pretty cool. And that movie is right along with Jeremy thinks that megalodons are still running around.
They are. Prove me wrong.
Hey, I was reading an article this was a couple of years ago where they found like a great white shark, washed up on the shores of Australia, and they had this massive bite taken out of it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And they track great white sharks, and they've seen them just be like swimming around and then gone, descended into like just chasms of darkness.
That's Leviathan.
If that's the name of the Meg, that's fine with me.
Well, we got an answer really fast, and that answer is the Mana 1, which is almost like anonymous. Yeah. It's in there.
Congratulations, Alan. You won the print of the White Shark Cafe while dressed as an elephant seal. That's where that came from. And Corbin, do you have this book?
I do.
Okay, right on.
I do.
I was going to send it to you.
That reminds me, Jeremy, I got to tell you, we had a guy come in the store Saturday who goes, do you guys carry anything by like local comics creators or anything? Which normally means he wants to sell something, right? Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, we do. And he goes, cool. Can you point me to it? And I said, yeah. And so he immediately walked over and I showed him a couple of things. And I kind of told him what some of them were about. And he was like, nope, that one right there. And he immediately went for passion fruit.
Oh, right on. Do you carry many others?
I've got a few.
No, I mean from other artists.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said I've got a few.
Oh, cool. Who else do you have? I didn't really realize.
I've got some Brian Silverback's books.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's Atlanta, right?
Huh?
He's Atlanta, right? Like, he's the real deal now, published through Scout and everybody else.
Yeah, he's still pushing his own stuff, though, mostly on Kickstarter.
Oh, cool.
I'm trying to think who are some of the other guys that I have over there. Their names will all come to me as soon as I don't think about it anymore.
Let's move on and circle back, because question 9 is our local artist question.
Local artist question!
All right. Our local artist question. I got to queue up the video. We are playing for this.
That's why I played this. That's why I said local artist question. I was waiting for you to do it. It was a perfect segue time.
Oh, to play this video? I've been getting it right the rest of the show. All right, and then so this one is for a sketch cover drawn by me. It is a great white shark, and it's venomized. It's got the old symbiote relationship.
Love it.
Isn't that great? That's a fun one.
I love it.
I'm going to scan this. I think it's fun, and anybody that wants it, whether or not you win it, I will send you a scan. Maybe I can do, I don't know, maybe some kind of wallpaper. We'll figure it out. Maybe not. Maybe it's just going to be the image, but anyone who reaches out to me and says, I want that, I'll send you the image. So,
well, I'm about to win it. So,
I bet that would look good on the wall for this.
It probably would.
Oh, are you sending that to me too?
No.
Well, this is coming home with me, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah, if you get this one, I will send you a copy of that.
You're adding too much pressure to the man. Let him breathe. Let him breathe. In 1966's Batman the Movie, whose yacht, this is an unfair question, Whose yacht did Batman and Robin believe they were chasing before the greatest shark scene in history took place? And to refresh your memory, the greatest shark scene in history is this.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
Pulls out the bat spray. Man, it has been so long since I've seen that movie. I'm gonna say the Jokers.
I gotta read this whole thing, make sure I'm not screwing you over. You said the Joker.
You normally print the question up in the comments.
Yeah, I normally do.
I just remember there being a scene with them all and all the villains in the bottom of a boat. It seems so. I'm taking a stab at it.
What I have, and I do see it up here. What I have is, I'm reading the whole thing. Commodore Schmidlap. Commodore Schmidlap was a kidnapped victim of the Rogues. It's the whole Rogues gallery. As he was en route to Gotham City to deliver an invention capable of dehydrating matter. Cool. The Penguin disguised himself as the Commodore to gain access to the Batcave because Batman just lets everybody in. Batman and Robin were chasing a hologram of the yacht, and the Rogues, United Underworld, had planted the bomb in the shark so that it would explode when the hologram ended.
Yeah, I remember all the Rogues at the bottom and them talking in the bottom of a ship.
But it was Schmidlap's boat.
Yep.
Commodore Schmidlap, who's very popular now in home design, and that's Shiplap. Sorry.
Yeah, so Penguin didn't actually own the yacht, so that's not the right answer. So I gave the answer away before anybody got it, because all of the rogues were involved. Penguin just disguised himself as that dude, but it was actually Schmidlap's boat.
That was a tough question.
That question was insane.
I could have watched that movie every day and gotten that question wrong.
I'll tell you, Andy Price would have gotten that question right in a heartbeat. Lamar Chaplin would have got that right. I can think of a handful of other people who would have absolutely gotten that right.
Well, none of them are here, so nobody got it.
Right. And you have to blame Jeremy for that. I'm the one who said to make it a hard one. Don't blame Jeremy. That's all on me.
Rigged. That was rigged.
I just said make it hard. I didn't say make it impossible.
I don't know what to do because I want you to have it. So,
but I want it. That's why you made it hard, was because I want it.
But in this instance, I'm going to give it to Corbin because I drew it for Corbin, hoping that
I want it.
I mean, I draw a lot of stuff for you. I've been teasing Corbin about sharks for a long time. I want Corbin to have it. So I'm sorry, guys. Nobody got it. So Corbin's enduring friendship and general just good-naturedness won that question. Am I a cheater? Yes. I don't care.
I'll take it.
All right. Getting back to the questions. I'm sorry.
I wanted that so bad.
I'll carnagize one in the future.
I don't care about carnage.
You pick another animal, I'll venomize that then. Deal?
But the shark was such a good one.
We'll pick another shark then.
Hey, I've been, ever since we talked about it. Ever since we talked about it the other day, I've been thinking of all the strange characters that could be venomized.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of fun for me. I like venomizing things.
That's what, Josh, we were talking on Messenger. I was telling him a few years back I did like a venomized week and just let people submit random things. And I did like a venomized Garfield and like an Ernie from Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
And it was
that's hilarious.
So much fun. It was so.
He had a lot of cool ones. He showed me 3 that he did, and they're super fun. So the next one is the end. To draw it out a little bit because I'm gonna miss you guys. It's always close to my heart when I have you guys here to talk to. Did you see this new feature that we have? We've got background music we can play. It just loops through the whole conversation.
I did not know that.
How cool is that?
When did that happen?
I don't know. It's a new feature as of today. I logged on today and I saw it. Is it useful for us? Does it make sense for our show? I don't think so. But it's there. So now we know. If anybody likes that, let me know because
I'm assuming we can use different tunes.
Your contestants trying to think of the answer, like
that's actually a great idea. Is this one called Into Space? I don't know that it fits our show at all, but now we've got that option. Just play the entire show. Or not. Let us know in the comments. All right. Where are we? Let's just throw the whole show away.
Oh, no. Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
I think this is number 10, right?
It is.
This is where we call it quits because... It's the end.
Okay, that just reminded me. I told you guys last week or the week before, out of the blue, that Knight Rider is now on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And in the first 2 seasons, whenever Kit goes to show his graphics mode is straight up off an Atari. It is 4-bit graphics that are atrocious. It's impressive. Now in season 3, and if you're asking how I know this, it's because I have watched this. It's ridiculous and campy. It's every bit as campy as Batman shows back in the day. But it's like Batman and Star Trek had a baby, and that baby is Knight Rider. In season 3 is the episode where he becomes a rock and roll star as part of his undercover thing. And so you can see how Hasselhoff became the rock and roll star in Germany that he became, which was hysterical. But yeah, the graphics you just showed there are way better than the graphics that Kit could show in 1982 and 83. Now in 84 he got a serious upgrade, but yeah, 82 and 83, that was rough going.
I'm sorry that you're doing that to yourself. I'm sorry you can feel compelled to hurt yourself and watch that show.
It makes me laugh. It's fun. It's not serious. I remember when I was a kid how I thought this is the coolest thing in the world. This is awesome. And I thought he hardly ever uses the turbo boost. In my head, that just didn't happen very often. They literally find some dumb excuse every single episode to use it at least once.
If I had a turbo boost, I would use it just to get out of my driveway.
Sometimes they do it 3 or 4 times in an episode, and you're like, okay, this is tiresome. Because every time they do it, he's such a great actor, Hasselhoff. He pushes the button, and then he has to act like he was just thrown back in his seat by the force of the so he goes, boop. And it's hysterical. It is so funny. Oh, it's great stuff.
It's funny.
If you want a good laugh, it's a funny show because I'm pretty sure those writers were just completely on cocaine the entire time.
Well, it's funny you say that because today I saw a picture of Hasselhoff inside the car playing an Atari.
Yes.
And it said, "You will never be as 80s as 80s Hasselhoff playing Atari." In the Kit.
Oh, for sure. That is what goes on in one episode. Kit is just driving down the road and he's sitting here playing Atari. Yeah, I liked Airwolf. I thought Airwolf was a great show. None of these shows would work in today's world. I mean, where do you hide a helicopter? Somebody's going to have satellite footage and go, oh, there it is. Yeah, you can't hide a helicopter, guys. It's not happening. But also, there's an entire conflict that could have taken place in a hallway or ended with a punch must involve the guy getting out, escaping to his car, and then there being a car chase.
I got to do this real quick so the prize cam can exist outside of the prize cam function. All right, so when we get back to this, we are playing for Daredevil Dark Knights #1, signed by the legendary, amazing Lee Weeks, who is just a glorious, glorious artist. And I knew you would like that. I'm going to let the prize cam go from her duties for right now.
Thank you, Prize Cam. You are the best, and we love you. You're awesome.
Look at Ghost Rider back there. No, he's taking the shark.
Did he jump the shark? At least he didn't flip the shark.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get very far giving a shark a penance stare.
Who knows? Who knows?
Think about what you did wrong, mister.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off from revisiting the 80s.
All good.
I heard the prize cam grumble in frustration because she was just holding the can.
Yes, Lee Majors' Fall Guy was a great show.
Ghost Fonz. Perfect. That is actually the Fonz who has the spirit of vengeance in the process of jumping the shark again. So,
true.
That's where the leather jacket came from. You got to get a cave for the helicopter.
Well, yeah, obviously, but it's not like they can't find where you just went with satellites and
just throw a
radar
tarp
and
over
everything
it.
else.
Just set it down. Just throw the tarp over it. You're good.
That's like going to be a big tarp.
Yeah. And you have to wait for the rotors to stop turning.
The rotors can have a tarp built into them. Why am I not a TV writer?
You could have written for Knight Rider. Literally, they're like, well, I just put this new feature on at the beginning, and do they need it that episode? They sure do.
Audience, tell me if that was a compliment or an insult. You could have written for Knight Rider. Oh, sorry, Corbin. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, obviously, I mean, it's going to have some anti-satellite software. So
Makes
just
it
a reflector.
Satellites.
yeah, it's just the satellites can't read it. You know?
You just keep the blades going, and it'll reflect the satellite back.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Right?
Airwolf. We need to have, yeah. Every time they do it in the show, we call it Chekhov's feature because it's always, hey, I just put active sonar on you, Kit. Isn't that cool? I just gave you the ability to analyze literally anything if you put it in the ashtray of the car. I mean, it says analyzer on it, but it's the ashtray. I mean, come on. And so he puts in some. In this most recent episode I saw, like somebody saw, it's a Halloween episode. Somebody saw someone in a gorilla suit kill somebody, and so he finds this tuft of hair. And it's a gorilla suit made with, and I'm not kidding, real gorilla hair. Like, who does that? Literally no one does that. And Infer has done that. But, of course, only one place in all of Hollywood has real gorilla hair gorilla suits. We can go find them. But, yeah, he puts the hair in the ashtray analyzer. And so then Kit goes like, whoop, 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 whoop. It's made from real gorilla hair, Michael. And you're like, oh, wow, it's real gorilla hair. That's incredible. Yeah, it's something.
I wouldn't want to be the one to shave the gorilla.
That's all I was thinking the entire time. That's
you have to flip it first.
The only thing I was thinking.
Yeah, you have to flip it first. That's what you got to do.
Gross.
Okay, so for that awesome Daredevil comic signed by the one and only Lee Weeks, all you have to do is answer this question. Not saying it's a tough question. I'm just saying it's probably impossible. In the 1970s, Hanna-Barbera cartoon series Jabberjaw. What was the name of the traveling rock band that Jabberjaw played drums for?
Got a hint. It is not Jabberjaw.
Jabberjaw plays the drums in a band. What is the name of the band?
Yeah, I'm not going to get that one.
Hold on. Do I play the music? Is this where I play the music?
Yeah, go ahead.
To make it easier or harder on you?
I mean,
It doesn't make
kinda
anything
makes
easier.
it makes me feel a little bit better.
Oh, good. This one's called Feeding the Ducks to chill you out.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me feel not as bad for not knowing this at all.
I mean, like, are you supposed to?
know,
We got a right answer pretty darn fast,
Yeah,
so somebody knew this.
I mean, I cannot say that Jabberjaw was a cartoon that I watched very often as a child.
This came out before you and I were alive.
I know.
You don't need to feel any guilt about not knowing this.
We'll say Jabberjaw in the 3.
That's not a bad guess. That is not right this time.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Josh, you saw the right answer.
I did it because it came out super fast.
Neptunes.
The Neptunes, which when you think about it,
Jason
it
Edmund.
works on multiple levels.
What are
The
the levels?
Neptunes. That's a tough one.
That show is 16 episodes long. How do I remember that? Not the 16 episodes, but how do I remember the show? If it ran for 16 episodes, it was like a blip.
Well,
Firefly was 13 episodes.
Didn't they like cross-pollinate across other?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, all those
Yeah.
Hanna-Barbera cartoons did.
All right. So the prize cam has tabulated the results here. I do have them if you guys are ready. The stickers, gelatinous feely things, and I've just thrown some postcards in there too. Went to Alan Breedlove along with the shark print. Alan Breedlove collects my artwork, so I'm always glad to see it go to him. Then Zach Bringman got the Canadian question right. That's $25 towards all your hopes and dreams coming true at Haven Comics, Zach. Then Jackie Cook got the Shark King book. Congratulations. The Jaws game went to Jared Sapp. Jared, don't you have some kind of rivalry with Tots? So didn't you really win the fact that Tots didn't win that? So, just something to carry with you. And then Jason Edmonds won the signed Daredevil book, signed by Lee Weeks. Let's see here. So that leaves Corbin won the CBCP coupon, the Blurred Syndicate's poster of Thanos' hand crushing all kinds of stuff. You won the Shark Comics, and you won the Venomized Shark sketch, which I don't care if I cheated. I just wanted you to have it. So
I'll take it, man. I appreciate it.
Well, and since Jeremy actually printed me up 2 copies of this, Corbin, you can have a copy of that too.
Oh, you're too kind, sir. Thank you. I love that.
isn't that awesome?
That is awesome.
I need to talk to Kanan and get him to come on the show.
Yeah. I love the opportunities that we have to talk to, active writers and artists who are producing in that industry. Those are always really fun. Like
Well, conveniently, next week's guest is comic book writer Jonathan Hedrick. He's written several books for Mad Cave Studios. Mm-hmm. He's got several books that he's run Kickstarters for. He's written stuff for Source Point Press too, but he's got a book he just won 2 awards for we kickstarted last year. And he's got a new book coming out in a couple of months called Quicksand that we backed the Kickstarter for. So we're going to have that, and he's going to tell us a little bit about that and see if he can't answer some questions. So yeah, tune in next week to see what Jonathan Hedrick has to say and how much comic book trivia he knows.
That's also really cool. Remember, guys, when we had Kyle Starks on, Kyle Starks said that when he was doing his own stuff, he got some awards, and then all of a sudden everybody wanted to work with him. So then all of a sudden he was writing Rick and Morty, and all of a sudden, the industries were really paying attention to him. So maybe this is a good opportunity to, get your foot in the door, snag some cool stuff.
Hey, Peter Lewis, didn't see you on earlier, brother. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Tots cuts deep. I think Tots is a dolphin.
I think Tots is a
I'm
dolphin.
going to write a strongly worded letter to your wife telling her how disappointed I am in her life choices. Dang, Tots. I'm never pissing Tots off, ever.
It's a dangerous game.
Yeah.
But no, I thought Shark Week was fun. That was good.
Yeah,
I know
it
you
was.
weren't serious when you introduced that as a thing,
Of course.
Corbin. You were just messing around, but appreciate you doing it because we had a good time with it.
Oh, I did
It was
too.
a celebration, for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, left shark. Oh,
I think I got to play all my gifts, except for this one. King Shark from the Harley Quinn cartoon. That is my favorite King Shark. So, got to play that one.
fair enough.
Corbin, it's always good to see you.
Seeing you
I'm
guys.
really looking forward to seeing what you produce. Every time I hop on Facebook or anything, Corbin's got something cool coming out. And guys, pay attention to Corbin. Go follow him at, what is your handle?
Oh, so on Facebook, it's Corbin Delaney Illustration. And then over on Instagram, I don't remember what it is on it.
Is that how you spell illustration? I'm going to throw that up there right now.
Yep.
So you
Yes.
got it. And then it's just Corbin_Delaney on Instagram. So
Corbin_Delaney.
I try to keep things pretty regular
Okay.
as far as artwork goes.
Right on. Yeah, check him out. Follow him. The jam piece that he's working on that has me and Tom and Josh Pants on it too. He's got 2 more of those to unveil.
Yes. You want me to show those again real quick?
Yeah, show the ones that you show the ones that you got.
Yeah, I think
Audience, what should we do with these? Because my take on these was that each one of us was going to get one. I don't know if I should sell this. I feel like this is a special thing. What do you guys think? I've seen in the comments a couple people say that they would want to buy these. Josh, what do you think?
No, I don't know that I'd sell them either. They're really cool and they're unique pieces from 4 cool local artists.
Right?
There's the first one there. There's the second one.
Yeah, like I don't know that I could ever sell that if that was in my possession.
Yeah, I feel the same way. There's one I haven't done this one yet.
So that's the one that you're probably going to do Ivy on, right?
Yeah, so I'm thinking Poison Ivy, but if anyone wants to drop in the comments some other suggestions, I'd be happy to take a look for that one. And then, of course, then we have the X-Men one right there.
I think you should do Corsair.
Oh, come on.
Do Lalandra. Do somebody totally unexpected.
No.
Draw
Do
a beat.
Krakoa. Do the entire island.
Yeah, just
We got one suggestion for Killer Croc.
Killer Croc.
Killer Croc would fit because it's all
Yeah, you
monsters.
kind of have all some very monstrous,
More horror themed
horror-driven theme. Yeah,
villains. Yeah.
so that would.
Oh, man, you can't go wrong.
Just draw Alfred.
Well, I was actually joking with my wife on this one. I was like, well, what do you think they would say if I just did Aunt May?
That
We got a good one, actually. Pig. I never think about Pig, but
Pig scares the crap out of me.
gross.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Yeah, draw Aunt May, but you have to draw her with the Captain Universe powers.
Yeah. Just like a real flirty Aunt May getting ready to go on a date with Doc Ock.
Right.
Well, I mean, if you're drawing old school 900-year-old Aunt May,
Yes.
that's one thing. Or are you drawing?
I'm drawing Tales of the Crypt Aunt May. Like,
okay,
100%.
because that's a very different animal from drawing Aunt May from the MCU.
Yeah, no. I love that Aunt May, but I love the older cryptid Aunt May a lot more.
Somebody in one of my retailer forums bought a box of comics a few weeks back that had tucked away in it a Marvel calendar from 1974. And so he's like flipping through it, like, this is bizarre. I mean, Marvel still sends out a calendar to retailers every year. But he's like, okay, so he opens, and whatever the date was, it was like June 22nd or whatever. There's a picture of Aunt May just randomly, and underneath it, it said, anniversary of Aunt May's 100th heart attack. Because she was always dying in the early comics. Like, oh, what's happening? Aunt May's in trouble.
Yeah.
Right.
Timmy fell into the well. Yeah.
Well, hey, speaking of, you talk about kickstarting different things and whatnot. I actually got this in the other day, and this has nothing to do with art or local artists or anything, but I thought that was a pretty
cool. I love his work. He is the best.
Yes.
So this is Sean Gordon Murphy, right?
Yeah, Sean Gordon Murphy's. It's the plot holes, and so that was cool. So he actually got like a list of all the people who helped fund it or whatever in the back.
Look at that. That's insane.
Yeah. Well, what I thought was the cool thing though is I'm actually on the same page as Clay Mann.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
So I was like, that's probably the only time we'll ever be on the same page printed together.
You never know.
Crazy.
Dang it, Tots.
Well,
He's in trouble.
it was definitely really cool to hang out with you guys. Corbin, I'd love to just do like a drink and draw or something later.
Absolutely.
We just sketch and hang out. That would be fun.
Absolutely.
Do you have anything else that you want people to know about coming up from you in the near future?
I guess, just follow me on Facebook and Instagram. This year I'm kind of doing things a little bit different. I'm actually taking some time to try to produce some of my own things, and so hopefully that will pan out. And no promises or anything at the moment, because you never know how work and family will intervene in that.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't done anything comic book page wise in a few years, so I would really, that's what I'm hoping to do. So people don't mind giving me a follow and just watching out, and hopefully I'll have something pretty cool to show for it at the end of the year.
Right on. Let us know if we can help in any way.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming on. Always good to see you, sir. Everybody that's hanging out with us, always good to see y'all. We have a great time with the interaction. You guys crack me up with the comments. If you're watching this later while you should be at work, congratulations to you for having a job where you can do that. Good on you. But we appreciate you too. So thanks for hanging out. If you haven't hit the like button by now, I don't know what else to tell you. You should do that. But thank y'all for hanging out with us, and join us next week to talk to comic book creator Jonathan Hedrick about his comics and all the stuff that he's got going on. Cool dude, and we're looking forward to having him on. So thanks, everybody.